Hey, what's good, Knuckles family? It's good, all my fans out there, all my 150 subscribers, my friends on Instagram, my friends on Facebook. What's good? Welcome back to our Knuckles talks about the challenge, spies, lies, and allies. And I think I wore this hoodie last week on the last episode recap when I did this shit. But notice differently if you're seeing this on the computer. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, notice I have my Akatsuki hat on. I got this hat like last Saturday, and got a Tachi on the bottom of it. So dope ass hat. The Akatsuki is a shit, and Itachi's the cooler brother out of the coolest person out of the no Madara is cool too, but I think Itachi's the coolest person out of the Uchiha family. I think that's known. Sasuke's the last one because Sasuke's a little bit of a bitch sometimes. Well, most of the time, but he's a cooler character now. But he was a bitch in most of Naruto. But anyways, that's the point. We're gonna get into we're gonna get into the challenge episode 2 of Spies, Lies, and Allies. And I put in my this is just my take on the episode 2. I put the title as Vets Run This. Was it Vets Run This House? Or I said Vets something Run This, something like that. Or was it Vets Run This? I'm not sure, but y'all will see it in the title description. But we're gonna go right to it. And the episode pretty much begins where episode 1 left off. We have Ed, the new guy. Which here's my thing, right? I'm not trying to just not come at him at all. Now, apparently, the circle was very popular. I think it came on like last year during the pandemic, and everybody was watching it. I didn't know what the show was. I did not know who Ed was. Everyone was all clapping about it. And I'm just thinking to myself, did people really like all happy? Like, I'm like, do we really know this guy? Because I would have been, because literally, I'm literally like, who the hell is this guy? Like, and it's no disrespect to him. Like, I'm sure he's cool. Like, well, after seeing him, his personality seems like a great guy, cool guy, funny guy. And he says, well, I'm gonna let my foolish charm fool you guys and not know that hey, I am a smart guy. So like all this respect, I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. So it's like, are they just to put a fake for him? Like I don't know. But anyways, like I said, seems like a cool guy, and he's from Philadelphia, so you're no, I'm not gonna cheer for anyone that's from Pennsylvania, mainly Eastern PA. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to come at Pittsburgh at all, but like when it comes to sports cities and stuff, sports cities, Philadelphia's been my team. So anyone from Philadelphia, anyone from the Bucks County, anyone from like I said, Eastern Pennsylvania, rock with that. That's Pennsylvania to the day I die. So yeah, um, pretty much yeah. The episode begins with him talking about Ed, and everyone starts partying. It looks like it's a good time. Like it's probably one of the first times I saw in a long time that I can remember. There's a party with no drama. As far as I know, I mean, they edited stuff. They edit stuff a lot, so we never know what goes on behind the scenes. But like I said, man, I said it was a great time, and I'm sure it was. Now, the biggest thing at the party was you saw Berna and I'm pretty sure I pronounced it right, Berna and Nelson, cuddling. Then as they cuddle, Nelson goes to Ashley, and they get busy. They get it on right there, and so yeah, I mean, hey, he's like, hey, I know I'm not gonna get somewhere or whatever like that. I can go ignore to Ashley, what's about to go down. And yo, shout out to Malik, MTV Malik, isn't Malik MTV? I'm sorry, Malik, if you're watching this or listening to this. I don't know it's MTV Malik or Malik MTV. But shout out to him and his podcast, Love War and Challenges. If you love the challenge, like there are a good amount of podcasts out there, but you need to watch Love War and Challenges by Malik and his crew. Malik, Becky and Tyler, those guys are awesome. I recommend you guys listen to them. There's a bunch of good content creators that do the challenge. Angel King Entertainment. There's another podcast. I just had Corey on there. They're good. I have yet to listen to the Anissa and the actual challenge podcast when it's featuring Anissa and Tori. Also, Derek has got podcasts too. I think Derek might have been the first one to do these challenge podcasts. Actually, I could be wrong, but everyone's great, man. Shout out to all you guys. You guys do inspire me to do this shit. And honestly, man, when I will be listening to Malik's podcast, man, they'll say things. I'm like, yo, shit, I completely forgot about that shit. Like shout out to them. I'm gonna say some stuff that they said that, like I said, I didn't even know, but also what I also forgot as well. So shout out to them. But reason why I brought it up is because we already know that Ashley and Nelson hooked up. I completely forgot that Ashley and Corey hooked up way back at Rivals 3. Like I think it was off season or whatever like that. And we all know Ashley hooked up with Hunter. So now I don't know. Shout out to Tyler. Pretty much, Team Young Bunch are a bunch of sluts. Like, people want to get mad at Ashley because, oh, Ashley, she banged him, which she did. But it's more on the guy that's like, yo, bro, we all know we all hooked up with her. Why are we all got there the same chick? Like, be all means, I fuck with Nelson, I fuck with Corey, I like Hunter. But y'all. But then again, I think even Hunter, I did say this before. I believe at the final reckoning, Hunter did say, we did hook up, we all seen the same chick, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man, but I gotta kill it. One of my friends with the same guy. This little key bothers me, man. It really does. But Nelson said, hey, we just friends. We just do what we gotta do. Like, I'm not in a relationship with her or anything like that. But a man that says, Nelson, you know how Ashley is. When you see her talk to another girl, she's gonna get mad. I might like Nelson. It's like, oh lordy, Lord, that's just not good. That's not good. So now we see Fessy and Esther talking, which, we need to talk about how Esther looks good, man. Esther is just a beautiful woman. Like, oh my god, like, I'm glad I have people from Africa there. Now, granted, they're not from Liberia, but they're from Nigeria, so it's like, okay, whatever. I'll still rock with you guys. I mean, yeah, no, I like Nigerians, but like, you're not Liberia, but we're still somewhat related. We're not really related, but we're still part of the same bloodline. But y'all know what I'm saying though with that. But no, especially celebrate Ramadan, so they can't eat from like Africa from sunrise to sundown, which I would not be able to do that. Like, that is very, very tough. And what they're doing this season with Fessy is that they're definitely humanizing him more. Because he's not like the same guy. Because he was definitely the villain, you'd say, after last season. So they're trying to like humanize him more, which I like. And honestly, he did get some humble pie. He did get humble pie last season. So I think he took that from that last season. But you know what? I'm gonna go with this. Cool and calm, collective. Don't be cocky. Don't say shit. Don't start shit. And we can keep it moving. I'm like, cool. That's all good. I like that. So yeah. So now we get to today's chat. Oh, actually, also in the episode too, Kels and Tori saw them in the bed. We don't know if they really hooked up or not, but they were in the same bed. Then we saw them working out. But then the vets were talking. I believe it was Nani, Fessy, Josh, Amanda. They're also, we had to sit together because there are more of the rookies and there are more of us. If we stay together, if we are strong, we would have like run this shit. Because, like I said, it is a very smart idea because they have to sit together. They can't go the old Bananas and West route when in War of the Worlds 1, they went at each other and they both of them, Bananas got sent home early and West made it to the final. War of the Worlds 2, Bananas and West still came at each other and they both went home early. Then in Total Mass, they literally like, okay, we cannot come at each other early on because we have to help each other out. And then, that's when their friendship developed, which honestly, their friendship in my opinion was honestly already developing, honestly, after the War of the Worlds 2. You just saw like, these guys can really be friends. I'm happy with Bananas and West being friends. But yeah, if we stick together, vets, we got to put all the differences aside and work together and get these rookies out here. Because like I said, there's more than there are of us. And then their main focus on is Kels because Kels is very intimidating. Now, intimidation can go far. He looks intimidating, but can he perform in these challenges? We don't really know. But I mean, I would say just send him home first because yeah, he's a physical specimen. Like, let's send him home first. And they did see him as the ringleader of the rookies. And so in the first episode that Kels and I think Jeremiah was it, they were saying, yo, we can get together and get these guys out of here. And it's like, so he was already kind of like in a way plotted in a way, not really, but yeah. So the Kels is the vet's target right now. And we gotta get him out of here, and that's it. So we get to the today's challenge called Hella Heist. It was pretty cool. Pretty much, it goes around. So pretty much, one person's on the sunroof of a car, one person in a helicopter, throwing gems, collect the gems. As soon as the cars get to the end point, you gotta run across with your bag to the finish line. Whoever collects the most gems the fastest wins. Which honestly, that last one where they're running wasn't really necessary because if you had the most gems, you're good. I mean, it looks good on camera running, and then the explosives. I mean, they kind of did a little too much with the explosion, but it is what it is. But I'm not sure how much they edited out of this because there are a lot of rounds that just went by quick. The first people I believe were was Tori, Coriel, and who I believe it was I forgot the one girl's name. Look at my notes right here. It was Jeremiah's partner, another beautiful Nigerian woman. Oh man, I'm pretty sure I read it in here. I know I read all of it in here. Sure, somewhere around here somewhere. Okay, blah blah blah. So let's say you can't even understand your own handwriting. God dang. Tacha, yeah, Tacha. Like I said, another beautiful woman. Um, it looked okay from their part. The biggest thing of of this challenge was pretty much how Emmy and Big T. Emmy was freaking out, crying because she's up and high and afraid of heights. But technically, where she was standing at was like, you kind of stand a little bit too close, so you could have like pushed back a little bit. But also, so with this challenge, it feels though it kind of depends on the driver because sometimes the driver can fuck things up because and also not only the driver but like the helicopter, they kind of had to be in sync with one another. So it's like the driver might be shitty, the helicopter flyer might be shitty. So it's like you kind of get it on the same playing field, but that was a little bit difficult. What the hell? Oh, my thing got disconnected on here with the internet cable. I gotta adjust that after this video. Yeah, so like also for like on Emmy's, like I said, Emmy's part, it was Emmy, Ed, and Tommy and Big T. There's like uh Ed and Tommy said, "Yo, the stones in my eyes is not a good idea." Now, by the way, it wasn't just I believe it was every round the girls were throwing it, but they had to decide who was going to be the catcher, who was going to be the thrower. So Ed was like, "Yo, had I known that Emmy's afraid of heights, I would have been up there in the helicopter through the gems down. You should have told me about that." So she was crying, making it, and this episode really kind of like annoyed with Emmy because now I get it. You want to make scenes, get that character, the like or whatever like that for MTV to like, hey, this person is always causing a scene. Let's bring him in, and I get that. But when they both go on the ground, Emmy's just causing the scene, like saying, "I suck," and I'm like, oh my god, here we go. Like, I really don't believe. I just think it's all an act. You're just causing the scene to be, get people to like you or whatever like that. The game MTV to be like, hey, we'll never bring you back because you like to cause a scene and shit like that. So it's like I just thought the shit was fake, honestly. I really, really thought the shit was fake. I didn't believe it. So as like I said, everybody else was edited out. It wasn't really much we can really. Actually, no. The only girl that I know was running. What might have been, was it Tracy or was it was Corey's part? Because Corey and Tracy and that one girl kind of look the same. Renita, they kind of look the same, honestly. Kind of look the same. Looking like sisters or aunts. I think Benita was the one that was actually running instead of Corey being a runner. But like I said, they can choose who could be the flyer, who can be the catcher, who can be the thrower. So yeah, so we get to the last part. It was it was Amber B and correction, Amber B comes. I didn't mean to say that earlier. It was Fessy and Esther against Josh, but Josh, TJ said your partner Lauren had to go be deactivated. And I'm like, yo, completely forgot about that girl. So once again, shout out to MTV Love War and Challenge. Special shout out to Becky. Now, it wasn't confirmed. So okay, so what we do know is that on people.com, if you go on if you type in the challenge Spies, Lies, and Allies on the Google, so if you type in Lauren, she too much said, from what she was saying, it's definitely overwhelming being on reality TV, yada yada yada. But there is more to it. She just said that she does not what she said she doesn't want to say. Now apparently, from what Becky said, Becky said is also allegedly, she's not really confirmed either, but apparently a racial slur was said, and then somebody was actually being a predator, and that predator might be Anissa because she would just walk in on guys that were showering. And now we have seen this before in all other reality TV, especially in the real world, but that doesn't make it okay for you to be walking in a shower, someone in there, like man or not. Granted, if it was a guy to a woman, yeah, out of here, he's done. But for a woman to do that, it's not that frowned upon, but it's still messed up. Regardless, you should not be doing that. So Apparently that was part of the reason, but I mean, she did say you will but her answer said that you possibly will see me back, which I will hope we do see her back because they edit that shit out. Like normally when MTV edits something, they don't it's how can I say this? They really like trying to hide something, I don't make their character look good, make that character look bad because I don't even remember this. Give you a little couple of examples. Like I don't want to spend too long on this, but it was vendettas, and it was like that one. I forgot. I don't know what the dude's name was, but he was from Ari Doan's a brother. That's all I can remember. Honestly, he was apparently was like with Alicia back in the day. Apparently, there was a scene between Corey and that dude. Corey, was down for Alicia. He's like, "Yo, I don't let you talk to my girl like that or whatever, like that." And it was it was bad. It was bad apparently. They with D, with her situation, they edited her out of pretty much everything. So that was really bad. But my thing is this, and I'll say it: if it turns out to be Anissa was the player and this little shit was going on, you damn sure will know that MTV will definitely edit her parts out. If that's going to be the case, if that's like I said, right now she get her camera time, but if it's a definite, they'll definitely edit her out. So yeah, just never do on that. So Amber B comes back, and a lot of these vet girls are happy because oh shit, a champ is here. My guy, and Amber B looks good, and hell, she even had a great ass entrance too. So yeah, man. But she she ain't forget what Fessy and Case did there. She ain't happy, but she ain't gonna forget that. So yeah, so we get to the end of the challenge. So and winners we're gonna wrap. Not too much to say. It was Esther and Fessy. They were the winners. So they asked some decisions to make. I'll make sure I did not mess anything out. So yeah, so pretty much the plan is still try to get Kels out here. Now there was a talk between Amber B and Josh. I was like, hey, don't forget, don't apologize for getting you play last year because, like I said, Amber B pretty much mentioned how Casey and Fessy threw her under the bus and whatnot. They didn't protect me, so she's definitely there's some bad blood between them. And Josh's like, I got you. Don't worry about it. We keep these three people happy. I think we should. I feel as though Amber B and Casey will can work it out. Where it comes to Fessy, Fessy made a lot of enemies last season. He did. He really did. So, and you already know. We saw in the preview that Fessy double cross. Well, I don't know if it's confirmed. It will. She just said. Amber B said to Fessy, you may tell that wasn't a blind side. So we don't know if exactly knew what happened, but he never did something to that cross Amber B. So not yet. Which, by the way, he will probably be the reason why the Vet Alliance crumbled. It's because of Fessy. Let's just get out the way. So we get to the club. Nelson's talking to Kels, but hey, you don't come after me, I don't come after you. Almost pretty much working out a deal right now. And so yeah, we just pretty much say at each other. We're big physical dudes. We're both our presence is pretty strong. We're intimidating. So, and by the way, we saw Tracy and Menina dancing. So like I said, let's go look like twins. So and so yeah, so they're trying to work something out. Then you see Ashley saying, Nelson, I got feelings for you. Nelson was like, that kid off. Nelson was like, wait, what? You never said anything. We just said this is a thing. You never told me you had feelings, so this throws me off a loop right now. So, Ashley, what? So then, he's also to Burnout, and that's when the drama started happening. Ashley being drunk, Ashley being smashly, go. Now Burnout's I'm not trying to get in the middle of this, and now it's that kind of creates a target on her right now because Ashley got the numbers in the house, she knows the people. It's she made a scene too, and I'm part of that scene. I was like, nah, I got you, don't do this, don't worry, I got you. So Nelson gotta say to Ashley, hey Ashley, we were just hookup buddies, and then there was no discussion about us being together. So yeah, that's on Ashley right there. But Nelson, you know how Ashley is though. So it's that's you should never hook up with her in the house. You're gonna be talking to somebody else because you know how Ash is. Ash like, get away from my man, and it's like, yo, first of all, I ain't you. Like, Nelson like, yeah, I ain't your man. That's it. We were hooked with friends with benefits. We did shit. Leave it at that. So that's gonna come back to haunt him right there. It might not look good now, but I feel so it'll get worse if Nelson and Burnout, to continue to hook up. So yeah, as I said, the vets still plan to get Kells. That's the whole thing. Now we get to nominations, and Josh once again playing himself says, the Kells, there's rumors about you making plans to everybody, with all the rookies, of all the vets, and you can't take everyone to the end. And Kells was like, once again, this was a moment. This is where Josh gets ethered again. Remember in Total Madness how Josh is like, bless your team man was like, Wes like, no, I'm glad the people who could beat me in the final. Ethered. And then Kel's like, Josh, you be the last person to do anything. You are not smart enough to come up with a plan, do anything. So you are not smart enough to notice anything. You be the last person to find out. It's like, ethered again. And then Kel said to everybody, did I make a plan? Did I make a deal if you know? Did I make a deal if you know? Did I make a deal if you know? And I said no. And it's like, Josh, like, you just said, hey, you should have said, Kelsey, you're a intimidating guy. We fear you, so we're just gonna throw you in and shit like that. But he didn't want to make a scene. I go, this is his idea or whatever. So it just didn't look good. Honestly, Josh made himself look bad. He really did. Now he just said, "Oh, I did fabricate the lie." When this is the same guy that's like, "I wasn't gonna play a clean game. I'm gonna play dirty." People gotta say that, whatever. But Fancy's over there smiling, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna love my guy handling this right now, making look like an idiot. But we're still gonna do the plan though. I'm just having fun with this shit right now. So it's like, yeah, Josh is making himself look like a fucking idiot right now. It's like, oh, but Josh does it a lot though. So yeah, that's nothing new. That's nothing new. So, and also Tracy, oh, so adorable, says, I will end the accent. So it's like, hey, I'd like to give you a chance to compete. It's my partner, so yada yada. But then Kel says, yo, I am definitely getting played right now. And he did get played. He did. And Priscilla, the one rookie, she notices too. So then the nominations turn out to be Tracy and Kells, and that was the plan. They wanted. And, let me go check the names. So it was Tasha and what's the other girl's name? Nelson's partner. And I'm pretty could have said wrong. Priscilla. Priscilla. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. Those three are talking. They're like, they now. It's like they know now. No, okay, it's on now. Like the game has started. We're being targeted. And what Kel should have been like, hey, Fancy made a deal with me to kind of turn all things around. Because honestly, I'm a little bit surprised the rookies, like Kel should be like, hey, rookies, this is Josh we're talking about. The guy that's the last place in everything. Not everything, but I'm over exaggerating. But like, not the smartest guy in the house. Doesn't have the most intimidating. So like, don't listen to what this guy is saying. Like he clearly, I just ethered him because I just asked people around me and they don't necessarily made a deal with them. So clearly he's lying right now. She got the rookies to get together. She got the rookies together right there to vote and not vote for them. But this is why I don't like the aftermath show, because the aftermath show reveals who voted for who, and most of the rookies did vote for Kells and Tracy. Apparently, Josh said it needs to gather up the numbers and be able to vote for them. So it's like, it's better. This wasn't Josh's idea. So I don't know why I don't know why he's like taking all credit for it, but it is what it is. So then the rookies know we're delving in play right now, so we know what's going on. So we get to the layer, and obviously it's gonna be Tracy and Kel's going down there. And now who Fessy and Esther picked, they post Emmy and Ed, and Emmy once again making a scene like, oh my god, this really bothers me. And I'm really like, yo, can someone take this girl out, please? But by her crying or whatever, that putting on that fake scene, I didn't want Ed and her to win because I wanted the vets plan to work. And Ed's like, hey, let's get the two strongest creators in here and let's do it. But Kells wanted to be single, and it wasn't single. And it wasn't physical, it wasn't a hall brawl, it was a teammate thing actually, which it's kind of crazy because you would think the team. So far it's only 2 episodes so far, but so far the team that goes into the elimination, that goes into layer first, like they don't know if they're gonna be facing an actual team or a completely new team. But apparently, I don't want actually no, I'm gonna hold off on that before any of the episodes. So today's elimination was called flipping agents, where they get to choose which agent's gonna be on the cage, and they're gonna flip them. They're gonna flip them. They have this little wire thing, this magnetic that connects to one of the boxes, the on the magnet. Bring the pieces up, and it's gonna form a puzzle they gotta do. They gotta collect 12 pieces. So it definitely looked a lot of fun, but you know, it's definitely the what's the word? Communication. Don't grab it like too hard. It's like have the thing. Well, you can't really grab it, but like lower the piece down. Make sure it connects to the magnet. Bring it up nice and slow. Which Ed and Emmy were doing a pretty good job. They were the communication was nice at the beginning. Tracy, by the way, the girls were on the cage. The guys were pulling the girls up. Kells was his words like, "Yo, you need to help your partner right now, because you need to like when you do this shit like this is what fucks you over. This is what really fucks you over. So you need to like give your chance to your partner to breathe right now, because you're really freaking her out right now." So, but they stated, eventually they start, getting it together, getting the pieces, and then Emmy and Ed start messing up, because not really messing up, but the one piece is farther, and it's kind of hard to connect the other piece from this distance. And like, oh my god, we can't budget, we're in a lot of trouble. And this gives Tracy and Kells to catch up. Now, like this elimination was pretty good. Like it got to the end really, because as soon as Kells and Emmy and Ed got their final piece first, like from the ground, right? But then the puzzle piece turns out to be a world map, and like that's an easy puzzle piece. I thought it would have been a lot harder, but eventually, Kells and Tracy did catch a little bit, but like by the time they were catching up, Ed already like knew what the map was. He was like, "Yeah, it's a world map. I already got this thing down." Bam, easy. Ed and Emmy won. The vets' plan worked. Vets was like, and that's how you execute a plan. Which shout out to the veterans, they did their thing. Kells will be back. Tracy might not be back. I don't know. She didn't have much camera time. Kells is an intimidating guy, but like shout out to Malik. He says once your number is called, you gotta prove you gotta win it. So yeah, he could look like a physical specimen, but like can he perform? We have yet to see it. But we know he's gonna come back. We know he's gonna come back. Now the Ed and Emmy have an important decision. Are they gonna stay together or find new partners? Which I thought they were gonna stay together, but then I'm like, you know what? Especially to do that because they're the only rookie teams. They're gonna get targeted, and despite their teamwork working great there in elimination, they still have to. We can't be together. So Ed chooses Tori, and Emmy chooses Devin, that #1 draft pick, Sparks and Braun. But they also give them because Devin has a good political game. And Tori's one of the best girls in the house right now. Which honestly, it's kind of crazy, right? Despite Ashley being a 2-time champ, Anise being there for a long time, Amber B being a champ, I still think people think that Tori is the strongest girl. I still believe people believe, and Casey too. Kind of crazy. And then here we are, and then we have Corey and Michelle becoming partners once again because both their partners have been gone. So like now Corey and Michelle, they have to win the next challenge, or else they're definitely gonna be on the chop a lot because they already know that. They already know after how Kells got played. The rookies now know it's like, okay, the shit's real. We gotta work together. But now it's interesting because now, whoever, if it is a vet that wins the next challenge and their partner is a rookie, they might go up again. They might not agree with them when it comes to voting the person in the layer. So that's what's gonna be really interesting at this point now, because like how teams change. Like expect to see teams changing every week. I don't think there's gonna be a time where maybe there might be an episode where there's not a team change, but like I expect to be a team change every single week. This probably is the best part of the season. Having the team change, but also I hope they kind of bring back the gold skulls towards the middle. It's like now let's get to the child block. Let's see who really wants to be in my final, because we have a lot of people here right now, a lot of people. So we'll have to see. But anyways, man, that's every today. Another good episode. That's why I say vets run this house, because the vets plan worked, and I'm getting tired. I need to brush my teeth and go to bed. I gotta wake up early for work, but I love doing this shit. So I gotta keep going with this shit, man. So as always, though, I'm gonna disable the comments, because I just feel some people do put a lot of spoilers in these videos, because they're gonna be like, hey, be a dick and just fuck shit up. So whatever. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. You follow me on my Facebook, my Instagram, my Anchor Podcast, Spotify Podcast, on my Twitter. Like I said, get this video, comment, subscribe, share the video, and always remember, as J. Cole said, there is no such thing as life better than yours, and vets rule this house.